Hey everybody, I'm Thomas and this is Writtance, where we write whole worlds. Today I've got a story for you about a man attempting to complete his training to become part of a certain faction. I'll let you wonder about which one it is. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the fantasy tale of Rite of Passage. His eyes darted around the area, unable to spot anyone within the creeping shadows that encased his dying lantern that he placed upon a flat rock. The tiny flickering flame held out bravely, but was nearing its end. He glanced over as he saw the last bit of wood char up, taking the remainder of light with it. The sound of a snapping branch nearby caused him to spin around and lower his body to the ground. Carefully listening out for any movement, a soft hum reached his ears. A constant vibration, neither building up nor declining. Suddenly, the wind picked up slightly, creating a tiny opening in the canopy. A modicum of moonlight fell onto him as he laid there. A flickering reflection of something directly in front of him betrayed that when he dropped. His arm had pulled down a small wire. "Oh shit," he whispered to himself as the humming sound began to build up. He pushed onto the ground as hard as he could, forcing his body to roll around as a bright light emerged from a small alcove between two rocks. The light conflagrated the area, blinding him momentarily as his eyes readjusted. The trap had lit the entire clearing on fire, revealing his position. "There you are." A soft voice erupted from the thicket. He instinctively kicked his body up, forcing it to roll backwards onto his feet as a crossbow bolt penetrated the soil upon which he had just laid. He immediately darted back into the darkness. "Hold it!" the voice called out as another bolt flew right past him. His eyes had barely adapted, but he forced his exhausted legs forward, staggering through the forest as he was unable to see the branches. After running for about 10 minutes, he dropped down again, covering his body in mud, trying to contain his ragged breathing. 7 days, he thought to himself. Just 3 more. Starvation hadn't really set in yet, but every muscle in his body was screaming at him to rest. Yet he kept them tense, ready to jump up at any moment as he carefully listened to his surroundings. The soft trickle of water betrayed the existence of a creek nearby, reminding him that he hadn't drank anything in the last 16 hours. Forcing himself up through willpower alone, he followed the sound, hiding behind each tree as he progressed. Inching closer, bit by bit, the sound of running water became louder. He dropped back to the ground, hiding in the tall foliage as he created a small tunnel of vision. A moonlight creek reflected its light beautifully, giving the translucent water an almost divine sparkle as it fell down the shallow cliff and broke upon the surface of a flat rock, before trickling on down its path deeper into the forest. He scanned the surroundings and listened for a full minute, but heard nor saw anything. Taking the risk, he rushed to the water. "Knew you'd be thirsty by now?" the soft voice said. He almost jumped up, but in his surprise spun around, standing face to face with the instructor. His sudden motion surprised her, giving him the opportunity to force its trajectory away from him as the bolt flew. Holding onto her weapon, he kicked at the center of her body as hard as he could, forcing her to let go of the weapon and step back. He jumped towards the creek, smashing the crossbow on the surface of the rock with all his might, causing part of it to crack, removing all of its tensile strength. "Not bad," she said, but that was a waste of strength. Like a bolt of lightning, she jumped at him, pulling a small dagger from her cloak. Still reeling from the force, he had no time nor energy to dodge. He raised his hands to try and parry, but the dagger shot past his defense without issue as she plunged it deep in his leg. He groaned loudly, dazed by pain. She hooked her leg around his good one and lightly pushed him over. He fell with a light splash in the middle of the creek as she pulled out another dagger, holding it at his throat. "Nice try." She sheathed her weapon again. Better luck next year. And that's it. The idea of having spent 4 out of 7 days enduring something only to be left with absolutely nothing but a leg wound to show for it makes me feel a little frustrated, but hey, that just goes to show that this faction doesn't mess about. Like or dislike the video, either one works, and subscribe for more stories, world building, D&D, or fantasy related videos. If you enjoyed it, I got a lot more of these on my Instagram linked below. Thank you very much for watching, and I wish you a fantastic day. Take care, and see you next time. Bye bye!